Divyesh Singh continues to stay with us. Divyesh, how soon can we expect the Luthra brothers to be brought back to India?
Well, Anjali, it's just a matter of time. The Thai authorities will hand over the. We are hearing that from Thailand, the National Crime Bureau, which is the apex investigation team of Thailand, Department of Thailand, they have detained the Luthra brothers, Gaurav and Sourav Luthra, and they will hand over them to the local police authorities. Within time, the local police authorities, as we earlier also stated, that they do not have a valid travel document now. So cannot stay in Phuket or they cannot stay in Thailand because they do not have a passport. Their passport has been suspended. So in that case, they will have to be deported back to their home country, and the home country is India. So through diplomatic channels, as Pranav was also pointing out, that through diplomatic channels and communication with the Thai authorities, Indian authorities will get Luthra brothers very soon back to the country, and then they will be handed over to the Goa authorities. Goa authorities will then face the law. Goa authorities will then book them, and Luthra brothers will face the law.
So very soon, the Luthra brothers will have to pay the price for the 25 deaths that happened at the nightclub. Glaring lapses emerged, due to which the fire tragedy claimed 25 lives in a club in North Goa. Divyesh, also help us understand the court hearing. The Luthra brothers had filed an anticipatory bail in a Delhi court seeking bail, and the court hearing still continues. It will continue today. Will that also have any impact on this, on the extradition, and what happens after that?
See, regarding the deportation process, the process, as Pranav also pointed out, that it's very simple. The Luthra brothers do not have a valid document to stay or to travel, for travel to Thailand. They are in Thailand, they have reached Thailand, but their passport has been suspended. And Indian authorities have communicated the same to Thai authorities. So in that case, they are in Thailand without a passport. So I don't think that the bail application that they filed in Delhi will anyway affect their deportation process, because deportation is a completely it has been done in that way. It has been executed in that way that their passport was suspended. They used the same passport to flee the country, and the same passport, which is a very important document, so that has been suspended by the Indian authorities. And in that case, they have no other way out. They will have to be deported, sent back to their home country. They do not have a passport. So they will have to come back to the home country. And here, when they come, authorities will arrest them. Authorities will hand them over to Goa police. But meanwhile, the court can decide. The court can hear their plea. Everyone has the right to approach court if they feel, or if whatever they feel for that the law is against them, the department is acting against them. But they are free to apply or file plea in court, and the same Luthra others have done. But the court will now decide on basis of merit. They have sought a response from the Goa police as well, from the Goa authorities as well, and in that case, hearing both sides, the court will decide what has to be done regarding their bail plea, whether bail be granted or not. But that is for the court to decide. But as of now, their deportation can be confirmed, that Thai authorities will hand them over and send the Luthra brothers back to India.
Right. Divyesh, talking about the anticipatory bail plea of the Luthra brothers, they were playing a victim card. They said that a witch hunt is going on against them. In fact, another lie of the Luthra brothers was also busted, because in the bail plea, they claimed that they were in Thailand for it was a work visit to Thailand, and they visited Thailand on December 6, which was, the lie was busted, as their flight was on December 7.
Well, exactly. It was just within hours, even when the fire had not been contained at the nightclub at Birch by Romeo Lane, where the fire broke out. It broke out around 11:45 p.m. And remember, India Today had brought to light that Luthra brothers booked their tickets to Thailand, Phuket, at around 1:17 a.m. using a travel app, and based on that, like This shows their state of mind. Like, there was fire that had erupted, that had engulfed their club. There were several people trapped. There were several people died, and within, like, say, even before the fire could be contained, they had planned their trip and they had booked their tickets to travel to Phuket. So this showed their intent. This shows their planning. This shows their modus operandi on, like, the first possible flight that they could take, they took that flight and fled outside the country, even before the fire could be contained, even before they had the
All
exact
right.
numbers of how many were
Divyesh,
the
do stay with
casualties.
us.
They
We're
just
now
knew
being
that they
joined by
were.
India Today's Gaurav Sawant on this big news break that the Luthra brothers have been detained in Phuket. Gaurav, how do you look at this development? Does this also signal a strong cooperation between the two countries, that is India and Thailand?
You're absolutely right. India and Thailand have very close cooperation. The External Affairs Ministry, right now, we have told, is also examining a request to revoke the passports of Gaurav Luthra and Sourav Luthra. The information that we have is that based on the request of Government of India, authorities in Thailand, they've detained the Luthra brothers. They are in their custody. So there is one hope that at least they will not flee from Thailand. Now, of course, details will have to be furnished there. And following due process in Thailand, effort would be made to bring them back to India to face the course of justice for the loss of 25 lives at the nightclub in Goa. The other question that they will have to answer is when lives were being lost, instead of assisting in investigations, why did they flee overseas? And this would indicate that they had an ulterior motive. They were trying to flee the justice. At least that is what authorities claim as of now. But we will wait to see what kind of evidence is produced in courts of law to ensure that they are brought back to face justice in our country.
Right. Also, Gaurav, will the India-Thailand extradition treaty now come in play?
That is exactly what Government of India and Government of Thailand will work on. Even though there are treaties, the due process of law has to be followed. India will have to give evidence of what the two brothers are accused of, what they're suspected of. The fact that instead of cooperating in saving lives at the nightclub and assisting in investigations, the two very surreptitiously are alleged to have taken a flight from Mumbai to Thailand, and they fled instead of joining investigations and assisting in operations. So yes, that's the time that treaties between two countries come into effect, and to ensure that they do not flee the long arm of the law in an effort to bring them to justice. So yes, India-Thailand, bilateral agreements and treaties will also come into play, as will the close diplomatic cooperation and coordination between the two countries. Because increasingly the effort is to ensure that after breaking law in a country, accused do not flee and live in another country. Because often, like we've seen in other instances, people use human rights and other kind of excuses to escape law. It remains to be seen how quickly are these two brothers brought back to face justice in India.
Absolutely, Gaurav. Do stay with us.